Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Today, my guest star is Spring with Spring, the fiber enthusiast. And you may have heard her dog barking in the background, which in about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to let Spring tell y'all more about herself and her channel for those that aren't familiar with her. And I hope y'all decide to go check her channel out and show her some Yorny love and support and throw lots of yarn in her window.
I'll catch it.
And let's see, we have Samantha here, Angela's here, Doris,
Yay.
Nisi. How are all of y'all doing? And what are y'all working on? And let's see, Angela saying she's drinking water, working on a pair of knitted socks again. She got her new knitting needles. Awesome. What type did you get? I got coffee.
Me too.
And Doris is diamond painting. Yeah,
Ooh,
diamond painting's fun. If y'all haven't
yeah.
tried diamond painting, and it's not hard to do.
They say it's like color by number.
I find that the patterns are basically like cross stitch patterns.
Okay.
You got like the little symbol, and it's color coded.
Yeah. Hmm.
And even I find kind of like the numbering for the little stone thingies or whatever you
Mm-hmm.
call them. I find it's like very similar to cross stitching. I think it's like
Interesting.
I think a lot of them is like the same company,
Hmm.
like
Interesting.
the DMC.
Uh-huh.
Well, I know that's the floss that I usually I use whenever I cross stitch.
I don't cross stitch. I've tried, but not very successful because I didn't really put a lot of effort into it.
I find cross stitching you have to have a lot of focus.
Mm-hmm.
And Nisi said she thankfully got one of her major chores done so she can watch my live without feeling guilty. Awesome. Oh,
Yay.
and Nisi, I wanted to ask you, you know how I had donated a pattern for your giveaway? Have you heard from your winner for that yet? Because I hadn't heard anything. And Eunice loves your poncho spray. I love it
Thank
too.
you.
I
Thank
like the
you.
blues. That's pretty.
It's Karen Big Cake. I forget what the color was. Karen Big Cake.
Dora says that diamond painting is so much fun and quite addictive, but extremely relaxing. Yeah,
Hmm.
I haven't done any lately, like not since I got into knitting and crocheting. But yeah, that took over. But I did do a good bit of diamond painting before, and I
Hmm.
loved it. My friend Tiffany got me into it.
Fun. I haven't done one yet. I've seen a lot of people like Katrina's Creations, Katrina do them, and Kim and different people do them, and I'm just like, they look like fun. I just haven't done one.
And actually, I did get a donation for a giveaway for some diamond paintings. So eventually, I'm going to get around to doing a giveaway for them.
Cool.
Eventually,
Yeah.
it's just like things have kind of been hectic here. It's something that I hadn't like mentioned on my channel before, but a few months back, Frank had lost his job. So
Mm, yeah,
so
that's
it's been kind of hard making ends meet, and that's where he's been doing like the waiter deliveries.
yeah.
But so that's kind of why I hadn't really done anything new with any major giveaway.
Right. Right.
But yeah, but I know a lot of people are going through stuff like that with everything going on in the world today.
The panini, as Katrina said, the panini.
You know, things could be a lot worse. At least we
That's
have
right.
a roof over our head, food on our
Yep.
table, and we're making ends meet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nisi says, got water in my cup and have yarn on my window. I'm making my first every infinity scarf, although I may not connect it and just leave it as a scarf. Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Let's see. Vicky's here,
Hi,
and
Vicky.
Kaylina, and Gail, and Joanne. How are y'all doing, and what are y'all working on? And let's see. Yeah, Doris is saying it's true the DMC numbers are the same as the flaws that you, I guess
Hmm.
that's the floss that you use for cross stitching. There's a lot of similarities, but instead of like making the little X stitches like in cross stitching, you're just
Hmm.
basically kind of gluing the little stones to the, it's like a sticky thing. And you have
Hmm.
like this little one thing kind of that you use. It's not hard.
They sound interesting.
And Gail says I'm working on a unicorn snuggle sack. I'm
Aw,
curious about that. I want to see that when you're done, Gail.
sounds
No, I
cute.
haven't gotten any emails from them, Nisi. Who was it that one? If I'm familiar with them, maybe I can contact them on my own. And I've checked my spam folder a couple of days ago, so unless like they just emailed me and it went in there. Because I usually check my spam folder at least once a week.
Yeah.
And let's see. So evidently, Crojo has a second channel on diamond painting. Ooh.
Oh, cool.
And let's see. Vicky says she's making a ripple afghan and Mary Maxim Christmas colors. Ooh, Christmas!
I have a whole basket of Christmas yarn sitting over here looking for something to do with it.
And what's funny is like the Christmas yarn that I've gotten this past year. I don't know if I'm going to get around this year to making anything with it.
No, you're having too much fun making hats.
And blankets.
I love it though.
Thank you.
I do. I love color work, so it's been so much fun testing the patterns.
I know I love color work too. Let's see. Joanne says, I'm good, thank you. I'm working on a mosaic granny square hooded poncho for my granddaughter. Yeah, I want to see that when you're finished, Joanne.
Right?
And let's see. Crystal is here.
Hi,
And
Crystal.
and y'all, if y'all don't have Crystal as a channel, go check her out. Let's get her to 1K.
She's a lot of fun.
Yeah, y'all love Crystal. And let's see. Everyone's greeting everyone. Okay. Even Kaylina saying, Yay, Christmas. Hi, Lisa, the Grammy. How are you doing today? Um, I still need to get your stitch markers out. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. I'm gonna get all my stitch markers out on Monday. Get to the post office Monday. Sorry it's taking so long. I'm pokey when it comes to mailing stuff.
Our post office is only open till noon, so it's like,
And like today is it's already closed today, so it's gonna have to be Monday. But yes, I definitely have to get those out Monday because
Saturday, Saturday, ours is only open for like an hour. It's
because
crazy.
Lisa and Brenda and then Kelly, but I'm waiting to hear back from Kelly because she had moved and we were
Mm,
waiting for her to move and like I think she's situated. I wanted to make sure which address to mail to, but I haven't heard back from her.
hmm.
So, and let's see. Vicky loves Christmas yarn too. Christmas yarn is awesome. Okay. Nisi saying, I'll have to review the live. I'm not seeing it on my winner list. That could be why you haven't heard anything. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe you didn't. I had tried to donate a pattern for your. Ooh, ooh,
Some of this is vintage, actually.
ooh, ooh.
So, yeah, Christmas in a basket.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know because I know I mentioned it to you in a chat that I was going to donate a pattern, but I don't know. Maybe you didn't see it or realize it, Nisi. But I'm trying to make sure anyone that like is supposed to get a pattern gets one. And let's see. Okay, I think this is Lauren right here. Because I think that's how her name started, and then it had Lauren at the end. But evidently, she must have taken Lauren off. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. But hi, Lauren. How are you doing today? It's LJ Crochet, and what are you currently working on? And Chris is here. Hi, Chris. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Okay. Crystal, can you go ahead and drop Spring's channel? Oh, she did. Okay. Spring's channel is Spring the Fiber Enthusiast, and here's her link right here. So if y'all haven't checked her out, go throw some yarn in her window. Help her get to her next milestone. And I'm trying to remember which milestone you're getting close to.
I just crossed over the 300 threshold, so we're looking at the
Awesome.
four and fives.
And I just shouted you out. And I'm like, I can't remember which one. Okay, where was I? Let's see. Okay. Lisa. Lisa says she's not worried. I'll get it when I get it. I have other channels that I've won things back in July and haven't gotten yet. Yeah, but I will get it out. It's definitely going to go out Monday. And I'll say that, and I'll be like, oops, I didn't do it yet.
What was I supposed to do again?
Everyone's getting excited about Christmas yarn. And Vicky's working with Sparkle yarn. Oh yes, that's
Yay.
Sparkle and Christmas, the best of both worlds.
Have you seen the I did a review on it, but the Mainstay Sparkle, the Walmart brand Mainstay?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
They had three different colors. They had black, silver, gray color, and then this.
Ooh,
And it's really nice. I love it.
I
It
need
is
to see if
so pretty.
my Walmart has some sparkly yarn
Mm-hmm.
for the mainstays. I
Yeah.
love sparkles.
It's a rose color and it's got silver in it.
Let's see. So Chris is calling Crystal timey wimey yarny friend. what what is that all about, Chris?
Oh, goodness, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Chris. That's so kind. He loves my background and my hair today.
Awesome.
My hair hasn't fallen that much yet.
It's pretty. The
And
backdrop is cool.
that's one thing that like whenever I wear hats in videos, like sometimes it like I feel like it makes me look like I'm bald. Like especially if I wear my hair back.
My big forehead. Yeah, I do that too. I'm like, I have hair, I promise.
And let's see. And Backbeat's here. He's having a rough day. I'm sorry. He lost
Oh,
everything on his phone. Oh, well, I hope your day gets better.
yes.
Crystal saying she should have named her channel that Crystal the Timey Wimey Yarn.
It's long enough. Don't add anything to it.
But she stands out though.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but yeah, yesterday in my shout out video, I started saying her channel name, and I got tongue tied on it.
And the funny thing is, it's not like you don't know it. It's just
I
getting it
know.
all out.
And I just went with it. Like sometimes like I'll start over at the point that like I get like I mess up, but then there's times I just leave it.
Right.
It
Heck
adds
with it.
character.
Uh-huh.
Nisi wants to know how hard it is to make cables on that hat.
It's not as hard as it seems. I remember my very first time doing cables. I was like, well, what was I so scared about?
Yeah, and I was the same way with doing cables. I was intimidated at first because they look hard and they're
Yeah,
not. All you're
no.
doing all you're doing is taking a few stitches off the needle, putting it on like a little cable, and you either put it in front or behind based on what the pattern calls for or
Yeah,
how you want it to look if you're like designing your own thing. And then you knit the next few stitches on the actual knitting needles, and then you go back to what you just put on the cable and knit those.
right. That hat I just showed, I do a tutorial on. That's my pattern. And I show how to do in two different videos, I show how to do cables.
The cables are awesome. I
Yes,
love cables.
me too.
Oh, so they're referring to Doctor Who with Crystal. Evidently. TC saying, Crystal, you're I guess timey wimey yarny. I'm the weeping angel of yarn.
Okay, let's not make it any more complicated.
We're having fun with Crystal today.
Right? She's probably like, whatever.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa likes my hair today too.
Awesome.
Yeah, my hair. You never know what it's gonna do. It has a mind of its own.
Understand that.
Oh, Joanne put some yarn in your window spring. Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, and you're welcome, Backbeat, for the community post. Yeah. And for those that don't know that have channels, if y'all want me to post a shout out on my community page, just let me know and I'll shout you out. And let's see. Backbeat says can't remember passwords either. And yeah, that's one thing.
Oh,
Like I think all of us are horrible for that. Yeah, we save our passwords and then it's like you're like on another device or something. It's like I don't know my password.
yes, totally. I'm worst for that one. My husband has it in like a keeper in an app with all of his passwords, and I'm like, but you got to remember the password for that.
Now, one thing I think this was in a Lifetime movie that I saw, where this person did their passwords like say they made their password um let's see, coffee cup. Uh, and like say they're on Facebook, they would do like coffee cup F, or they were like on Instagram coffee cup I.
Oh, gee.
So that way they only had to remember like basically one password, and they knew the difference based on the website that they were on.
Oh, my goodness.
Or like
Huh.
YouTube coffee cup Y.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
Nisi said we all flub up on her name, laughing out loud. I get lost in transit every time. Yeah, and and sometimes too, like whenever I transition, like when I film my videos, like going to a new topic, and it's like I don't smooth into the transition. I'm like, okay, gotta refilm that.
Gotta have a segue.
Or sometimes you start talking, and I find like I start rambling too much, or I don't like how I'm sounding, and I'm like, let me start this part over. Let's see, Lori's here. Hi, Lori. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And Nisi's asking about cables with crochet. You can do cables and crochet. There's kind of like different things that you can do with cables. And actually, I don't know if you saw the blanket that I'm working on designing, where I'm doing different stitches, and it's going to have like 11 different stitches. But I'm doing like the arrow stitch on part of it. At least that's the part that I'm on right now. And that is a form of a cable stitch.
Hmm.
It looks This one looks like little arrows though. But like that's the only thing I've done so far with cables and crochet.
They eat up so much yarn in knitting, they eat twice as much in crochet.
Everything in crochet eats more yarn.
Yes.
Lisa says, I'm eating my very late breakfast, omelet, toast, tiny sausages, and my coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Coffee.
Yes.
Cinnamon dolce, Starbucks.
Nah, no. Espresso.
Oh, we got Crystal laughing. Hey, that's good. Hey, y'all know it's a good live when you're laughing.
Right.
Crystal says, if it's easier, just call me Crystal the Yorny. Most people know that part.
The yarny.
Yeah, but that's the one thing. Like your Crystal's name really sticks out, though. You can't
It
forget it
does.
once you hear it.
It does. But it's kind of like, in as reference as mine, people are like, so what's your name? Spring. Really? Yeah.
Vicky says that's why I have all mine written down. Vicky's smart. And Backbeat says, and Google failed too many attempts. Yeah. And he says his are written down at his other place.
Mm.
And let's see. TC saying, watching Father Knows Best, all the crochet draped on everything. Wish I knew how they did it. 1950 show.
Hmm.
Hey, my temperature blanket takes over when I work on it, and it's been cold. It's been cold lately, so I just put it like over me like a blanket while I'm working on it.
Yep.
I need to get that caught up today.
Ugh.
And and normally my goal is to have my rows done by the end of day Friday.
Hmm.
And nope. But but I'm almost finished with the third row, and then I have to do the border row because it's the fourth week, and
Right.
then I can start working on my peppermint blanket afterwards. Peppermint. Me like the peppermints. As y'all can probably tell by my latest beanie, my candy cane beanie.
I love it. It's so cute.
Yeah, at first I didn't know how I was gonna go about the top for it
Yeah.
because
Looks
it
good.
was like, should I do the plaid? But I kind of worried plaid would look too busy, and I
Hmm.
kind of wanted, part of me kind of wanted to do the top like the brim, but I didn't
Right.
know, I wasn't sure how that would work with decrease port.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden it just kind of came together where I'm like, after the graph, do it like the brim, and then make the top black.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I wish I would have had a white fox fur palm,
Hmm.
so I went with black because that's the only one that I had that match. But I really
I
wanted
have
white.
I have a couple that are um they're brown, but that's the only palms I have unless I make them.
I ran out of all my white ones, but I love the fox fur palms. I think they just make stuff look more. I'm trying to think of the word, but it looks nicer basically.
Finished.
Hmm. Lori says, I'm good. Weekly household chores, turning over decor from Halloween to Thanksgiving, taking breaks to work on my 2021 temperature blanket.
There you
And,
go.
and just so y'all know, speaking of temperature blankets, I will be doing a 2022 temperature blanket challenge. So some sometime in December, I'll be making a video explaining what temperature blankets are, and I'll probably show you like my temperature blanket from last year again, and show you where I'm at on my current temperature blanket, the monster, and just kind of talk about options that you can do with them and stuff like that.
Right.
But try to challenge everyone. And let's see, Chandler's here. Hi, Chandler. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And Chandler is actually a new channel that I discovered. And I recently shouted her out on my community page and on my last shout out video. So if y'all haven't checked her out, go check her out. There's some yarn in her window, all that yarn. Let's see. Okay, not for froggings here. And I'm trying to think if I know your first name or not. But what is your first name? And how are you doing today? And what are you working on? And we also have Denise. Same questions. And Laura Lee too. Same questions that I just asked. How are you doing? And what are you currently working on? And let's see. Oh, okay. Sophie. Well, no, she hasn't come back in the house, and I'm not too happy.
Oh.
Yeah, my cat Sophie snuck outside when Frank went
Mm.
went outside, and like she's an indoor cat, So like she's not used to being outdoors.
Right.
And I think she's under the house playing around
Mm.
because Frank did see her the first night that she got out where where she was under the house, but she hasn't come back in yet.
Mm.
And I don't know. I don't like her. Like I said, she's not used to being outside. She snuck out one time like 2 years ago, but I caught her like the next day. But like I worry about like her getting hit by a car.
Right.
And then like, she's a very friendly cat. So I worry like somebody could come in contact with her and decide to keep her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm hoping, but knowing her, she's probably having the time of her life. Because the other time she snuck out, oh, she was, and like
Rebellious.
I was chasing her like on the side of the garage, trying to catch her, and then like she was like going to like the ditch area, and I'm trying to like balance myself on like the silver part of the ditch.
Uh-huh.
But luckily, I was able to catch her there.
Yeah.
But that was before all my back problems.
Hmm. Not gonna find you doing that now.
So it's kind of like, but yeah, you can tell she loved it because she's fascinated with outside because she's always, looking out the door.
Hmm.
But I'll be relieved whenever she comes back.
Yeah, I bet.
I just hope it don't take much longer.
Right.
But I'm like, she has to be getting hungry.
Yeah.
And that cat likes to eat. And I don't know. I just hopefully,
Yeah. Hopefully it's a good outcome.
but most of the time they do come back.
Yeah.
So let's see. We also have Inherited and Jeannie. How are y'all doing today, and what are you currently working on? And let's see. Laura Lee's asked if I need a tree skirt. She made a fancy one, and no one I know needs one. Yeah, I actually do need one, Laura Lee,
There you go.
because I think my cat's messed up the one I have. Like my my cats were, they're not as bad anymore, but like when they were younger, they were horrible with like the tree. Like especially when we had Izzy. Izzy would knock my tree down all the time.
Gosh.
Izzy was something else, or they would knock ornaments off of it. That's why on Facebook I always make the post about the Christmas trees with cats because it's so true.
People have them hanging from upside down, hanging from the roof because of their cats.
Listen,
Oh,
it's gotta go. I hope you have a good day, Teensy.
bye, Teensy.
She's rearranging her bedroom, your room, getting kind of crowded. And she says, "Have a great day, great safe day, everyone."
Oh,
And let's see. Jeannie says she's with her grandkids. She's painting. Just wanted to say hello.
oh. Hi, Jeannie.
And Lori says, I got to the last week in August last weekend and decided I didn't like how it was going. So I started over with a different plan. I'm on second week of February now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Let's see. Where was I? Yeah, that is one thing that we are thinking about, planning to do. We're planning to go pick up a can of tuna. and try to lure Sophie out with that.
Yeah.
And hopefully that works, but you never know. Okay. Okay. So your name is Virginia. She says most people either don't see the or they add a couple of eyes. Okay, so Virginia, Virginia, Virginia. Okay, Virginia, I think. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Laura Lee says, I watch my little dog post when he's in the yard. His breed is one of the most stolen ones.
Mm.
And normally we watch her, you know, because we're usually pretty careful when we open the door. And like, especially if we have the door open a while, a lot of times we'll go put her in the bathroom, like when we're
Mm.
unloading groceries to make sure she
Mm-hmm.
don't sneak outside. But what was bad, Frank wasn't really paying attention, and there she went. Little sneaky cat. And Virginia says, I'm working with my Elizabeth shawl by Ophelia Talks in Burgundy. Ooh, nice.
Wow, very nice.
Chris is asking if we have a trap that she can crawl in. Um, we have the little pet carrier, but it's like a cloth one. I don't know how well that would really work.
He's probably talking about like a live trap.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Laura Lee. That's so sweet. Yeah, I was so excited. I got my first tree ornament a couple of days
Oh,
ago. And if y'all hadn't seen it, I opened it up on my Knitting Friday video that I did yesterday, my last knitting video. And it's so cute. Tina sent it. It's so
oh.
cute, little snowman. And let's see. Inheritance says she's up to her eyeballs in task chores. And did I greet you, Inherited? If I didn't, how are you doing today? And what are you working on? And Mama G's here too. How are you? And what are you currently working on?
Hi, Mama G.
Ooh, roast. Inheritance says chuck roast seared and into crock pot with vegetables. Put away some laundry, switched out Gordon flag, check mail, clean up the kitchen table, throw stuff out, put my clean knit socks away. I like the roast pork.
Yeah, we were lost in translation at the beginning.
And Inheritance says I had to go out back with the dog. With the dog, he can't be trusted not to eat the AC wiring. Oh no! And she says, and feed her kids 800 times. Water the dog. Put out the water for the wild birds. And cats are sneaky, yes. And like when we had our cat Izzy, oh, she was worse. And she was
Mm,
quick. She would get right past you. And like one time, I had the window open in the spare bedroom, and the screen was loose. And that cat
hmm
went out the window. All of a sudden, I see her outside from the kitchen window. I'm like, how did she get outside? And the sad thing is, and with Izzy, she did eventually run off.
mm.
So, like, I've experienced that happening with a cat. And Izzy was the type you could not keep her inside.
Wasn't meant to be.
She was too feral, poor baby. And let's see. Inheritance says I need to unload and load the dishwasher, but I'm getting fed up. I also am trying to get slime out of carpet. Oh God, Inheritance. And Lori says I'm working on the fantasy sampler blanket, drinking coffee but I think I'll sneak over to Inherited Stitches for Chuck roast. Yeah, we're all headed to your house. You're gonna be like, knock, knock.
Uh-huh.
Like, and Crystal was meaning the lie trap.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's for Gina. Okay, for Gina. Okay. And Mama G says she's working on chicken and egg salad. Inherited says I put celery, carrots, onion with it. Couldn't find potatoes. Probably used one of those plebeian mashed potato packets to have with it. And like I don't like potatoes with roast. I'm like
Really?
weird. I don't like mushy potatoes like that. I don't. And even carrots, like if I put carrots, it has to be like cut really small
Huh.
and more hot. And I like it more where it's kind of like sautéed first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm weird.
No,
And I used to not even put carrots with my roast.
I can't put, I love celery, but I can't put celery in it. My husband doesn't care for it at all.
I like celery.
I love celery.
So Lisa's done eating, so now the throw blanket. Inherited says her cat yells a lot.
Mine does too, or ours. I should say it's my husband's cat. She doesn't meow. She says, now, now.
And y'all, have y'all seen the Penny the Cat videos? I love them. It's like a
Oh,
TikTok. It's a TikTok thing, but you'll see it some like on YouTube, and I think she's starting to do stuff with YouTube with it.
hmm.
But the cat is Penny, and like I don't know, like the way that they have this cat talking. This is so how I would picture a cat talking,
Hmm.
and it's just so cute and adorable.
I
So
hadn't seen it.
if y'all haven't, it's like Amy and Penny
Hmm. Okay.
and the little girl. And I think the little girl does the voice of Penny, the cat. But the little
Mm.
girl's name is Grace.
Huh.
But yeah, I love those videos. Like I share some of them on my Facebook page.
I'll have to look.
Oh, I think. Oops, I skipped a comment. Inherited said she barged in my son's room this morning demanding attention. And Inheritance says, incidentally, I got my chuck roast to be fork tender. Always my goal. I'm ex-vegetarian. Let that sink in.
Oh, gee.
See, my favorite way to get a roast tender is the crock pot
Mm-hmm.
or the Instapot.
Yeah, pressure cooker.
But yeah, I was laughing the other day at Bag Day's video about her cat Mabel. How the cat only likes one of her sons and
Mm-hmm.
like nobody else.
Yeah.
Inheritance says, "Oh, you can use a cultivar, a potato that stays intact with the braising."
Hmm.
Lauren says, "Can't hear a word of what's going on in here due to the noise on this side, but the watch hours count." Yes. And now I think it's 808 that I need.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, if y'all can run my playlist, I would so appreciate it.
And
I'm
make
able,
sure and clear the watch history so that way it counts.
that way I can get monetized and throw a big old party.
There we go.
And Nisi says Red Heart Super Saver is on sale starting today for $2.99. Oh, she says sorry. Today's the last day you can get that yarn for $2.99.
Gee.
And then Inheritance says it used to be $2.50.
Right.
I tend to prefer getting the big twist yarn.
Yeah.
And let's see. Inheritance says, however, that being said, I have a powerful need for some acrylic mistletoe so I can do some wearables. And she's broke as a joke. Maybe I'll find something in the stash. And she says, crockpot is evil, though. It smells so good while it's braising. It's,
Right?
it's like the devil scented candle. And Lisa says, my chihuahua is so old, I have to put him on a time out or he gets lost in the yard. And we can't leave him alone outside. He only weighs 6 pounds and he can't climb steps. Oh,
Aw.
my Sophie's a big girl. But I'm not sure what she's currently weighing. Last I know she was weighing about 11 pounds. But she feels heavy. She,
Ours is every bit of 12.
but she feels heavy though.
At least the last time she weighed herself and I was in the bathroom, I looked. She was sitting on the scale.
Oh, and when Sophie jumps on you, it's like, ow! Okay, Laura Lee's wanting to know how to clear the watch history.
Um, let's see. I can look real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna try to catch up the next few comments while you're looking.
Yep.
Inheritance says her dog. Hold up. I guess you're saying that. Oh, you hope he don't become arthritic, or is he or does he have arthritis? He's 90 pounds. Ooh, that's a heavy dog. And then Mama G wants to know if it removes all the thumbs up you've been given.
No.
I don't think so.
No, it just clears that you've watched it. So you watch it again and it shows new watch hours.
And Laura Lee says, I splurged and bought a pork roast. I can't afford meat very often, but it was cheaper than hamburger. Yeah, hamburger meat is so expensive. It's
Yes.
crazy. And like I used to get ground turkey, which is actually cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
but like Frank can't handle ground turkey anymore.
That stinks. So if you're ready, I'll
Yeah.
explain. Okay. Um, on the laptop, I'm on my phone, so I can't tell you from the phone, but on like my laptop, over where it says YouTube on the left-hand side, there's those three little lines. You click on that, and then you click on history, and a screen will pop up on the right-hand side, and it'll say clear all watch history. And you click on that, and you clear it out. And then you go into, after you've cleared that out, you can also clear it out, your watch history in Google itself. So if you've actually looked something up in Google and it gave you a YouTube video, you can actually clear it out there also. But that's through Google. But as far as YouTube, you click on those three little bars on the left-hand side, you go down to history, click on history. On the right-hand side, a screen will pop up and you just click on clear all watch history. And then, of course, it'll ask you if that's really what you want to do. But
And inheritance and beef is expensive. We get it from Costco. Yeah, and like I normally get the 93% because I don't like real greasy meat.
yeah, it seems like a waste of money.
And then, and yeah, you cook it up and you lose half of it if you get the and then I don't like the greasiness.
Right.
Okay. Inheritance says her dog is lab, black and tan coonhound. Ooh. And Miguel's here. Hey Miguel, how are you
Hi,
doing
Miguel.
today? And what are you working on? And Yeah, Lisa says it doesn't remove thumbs. But yeah, if y'all could watch my playlist, run them. 'Cause I'm ready to get to my 4,000 watch hours.
They're supposed to drop that down so sometime so that way you didn't need as many, but who knows when that'll happen.
You see, I never heard that, but I know they don't like to make things easy.
No.
Yeah, because I mean, I go live 3 times a week, and it's like I would probably just barely make it in the year.
Hmm.
But
It does seem like that they want you to go live, and that's what they want you to do is be live all the time.
it's like, but I'm getting there. I should make it by the end of the year. And here it just says tomorrow I'm going to do a beef stew. Have some thawing in the fridge. I have a lot of beef stew seasoning packets to use up. And she makes hers thick like gravy. Yeah, I like a thick
Mm-hmm.
stew.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah, because like we do ours roux base, which is basically an even amount of flour and oil, and you
Yep.
keep keep stirring it and get it real brown like chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
can't
like
let
my
it
chili.
burn.
I
And
like chili thick too.
Chris got sucked into Penny, the talking cat. Isn't that cat awesome? I'm telling you, I'm gonna get all of y'all hooked on Penny the talking cat. And here it just says chuck roast, beef stew, chicken stew, ham and bean soup, beef and bean chili, meat spaghetti sauce. Uh, I always have trouble saying this. Bolognese are all my forte. And Cloudy Hook Crochet is here, and I'm trying to remember your first name. Um,
Happy Lori.
Lori, okay. Hi, Lori. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And here it just says 4,000 seems like a nightmare. Yeah,
Right?
I mean, like before I started going live, it's like you didn't get that much watch hours. The lives make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish I would have started going live sooner than what I did. But the thing is that like I had a snail, a turtle laptop, and I don't think that it would have. I think there would have been a bad lag.
That's why I don't use my laptop because it's so much, well, mostly that and our internet is slow being so rural. The internet's like super slow.
But let me see if there's anyone else new. Let's see. Because I'm a little behind. Okay, no one else is new. I haven't got a chance to let Spring tell y'all more about herself and her channel. I think this happened on my last live too. It's like started talking and reading the comments, and it's like next thing I know, we're already 54 minutes into the live.
Yep, that's okay. That's all right.
But that means we're having a good time.
Exactly. Everybody's involved and engaged. That's great.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let Spring tell y'all more about herself and her channel. Maybe show her whips or finished objects.
Hello, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Spring, the fiber enthusiast. I knit, I weave, which you can kind of see some there. I crochet, I tat. I actually put up a new pair of tatted earring tutorial
Cool.
today, if I can find my earring. Yeah, there. Just put up a new tutorial for tatted earrings today. Um, and I test patterns. Recognize that one, do you?
Yes. And I have one more tester that I'm waiting on. Um,
Uh-huh.
I emailed her yesterday. Um, I haven't heard back from her yet, but I figure it shouldn't take her too much longer because she's one of
Good.
my regular testers and she's usually
Hmm.
prompt about getting patterns tested.
Good. I love it. I love, especially because it's color work. I'm like, heck yeah. Hey, I was working on what? No, I'm not working on that. I'm working on this. But yep, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I put tutorials up and either tutorials, yarn reviews, or, something of that nature. Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I spin yarn. And Friday is my weekly episode of what I've done throughout the week. And occasionally on the weekends, there'll be a little extra here or there. I do random shout outs of different people. Usually I pick three: a new person, middle of the road, and somebody that's been around for a few years. But that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Other than that, we have a farm in West Virginia and we do farm work.
It's like I'm hearing some banging outside. It's like it makes me wonder if it could somehow be Sophie.
Goodness.
Because I think like I said, I think she's under the house.
Mm,
So she's probably running around having a good time.
yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Lori saying grocery store meat is so expensive. Now it has us looking into our local butcher shop. Cost is comparable and meat is fresher.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it used to be ground meat was cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And actually, a long time ago, chicken was cheaper than ground beef, and not the case anymore.
and the funny thing is that when it comes to chicken, like in my area, I find it you get it cheapest at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
But like if we go to like Super One, unless it's on sale, I mean it's crazy what it costs.
Yes.
And Heritage says, "Yeah, I have a strong desire to go to a real independent butcher's."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have like but even still, like they can be pricey on their meats,
Mm-hmm.
and like the ground meat you usually get from there, it's the fattier ones, and I like the ground meat lean. Okay, Lisa wants to know what's the pattern of your poncho that you're wearing.
I knew I should have looked at. It's on Annie's. I did see it on Annie's when I was scrolling through Annie's website. I had it in a magazine from like 2018 or 2019. I know the pattern was on Annie's, and it's basically the same colors in their poncho section, crocheted poncho section. I knew I should have looked it up. In in one of my Friday episodes where it's finished, um, I know that I would look it up, but my computer just shut down. um, I have the pattern name and designer name in the episode where this is finished and on my mannequin. I just can't remember which episode it was. I knew I should have looked.
It never fails at one thing.
If my computer uploads sometime soon, I might be able to find it, but We'll just cross our fingers and hope I can.
Okay, let's see, where was I? And Crystal saying that you can watch a content creator same video up to 3 times for watch hours. After 3 times, that person does not get any more watch time from you watching it.
Hmm.
But like in my case, I know I have like over 200 videos, and
Right.
I have a playlist where they're all in it.
Hmm.
So granted, now some of my current lives may not actually be in it.
I didn't put my lives in it. I just did all of my tutorials and, weekly stuff. Not, I didn't put my lives in there.
See, I think I did whenever I made the playlist, but but because it's different when you do lives and a video, it's not like
Hmm.
I'm adding it.
Right.
And Inherited says I thicken my stew with a flour slurry. So yeah, down here we like the roux.
That's what I do as a roux. That's how I make all my gravy.
Inherited says I can't stand corn stuff, so I use regular flour, a
Yep.
whisk, and some of the stew liquid.
Hmm.
And Laura Lee says, you made your 1,000 subscribers, so I think you'll get your watch hours. And she forgot to watch my playlist for a few days. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I should make it by the end of the year. I'm kind of
Yeah.
hoping that maybe I could speed it up. So, and then what's funny is my podiversary will probably be close to my monetization. So, like, I'm probably gonna combine the two.
Yeah.
Like when I do my party, because I mean it's
Hmm.
gonna be so close. At most, it'll be like a month apart. So,
Right.
and here it just says, oh, and I oven roast chicken thighs. And Lisa says, I make thick chili and potato soup too. My spouse likes to use a fork to eat them.
Right.
Ooh, chili.
Yep. I like my chili thick.
Yeah, like normally the way I normally make it is thick. And like at one point I tried a new recipe for the Instapot, which was a more liquidy
Mm.
chili.
Hmm.
And then Heritage says I can make shredded chicken too. And then Heritage says, baked potato soup. I love that. And Heritage is gonna make everyone hungry today.
Right. I think that's her goal today.
And she's knitting a dishcloth.
There we go.
And Lori says, not crocheting. My fingertips are really dry and cracked from too much crocheting. Oh,
Mm.
see, I get hand cramps.
Yeah. Then you wouldn't want to knit on the 9 inch, huh?
Oh, when I made my knitted socks, oh, my hands cramped so bad.
My thumb, I actually get an indentation in my thumb when I'm using the 9 inch circulars.
Oh, I got some major hand cramps with those.
I love them though.
Laura Lee says, I love my chili over crisp hash browns. That's interesting.
I like it over mashed potatoes.
I like to either like get the lightly salted like tortilla chips or Fritos,
Oh, Fritos, yes.
or like sometimes I'll take like corn tortillas and bake them,
Mm-hmm.
and where I basically make kind of like a chip with them.
Right.
And Miguel says he's sitting outside with the hens listening. Aww.
Aw. We got a new rooster. That rooster is addicted to food, I think. He comes out of the house in the morning and he's like, let me out, let me out. Where's the food? Oh wait, excuse me, get out of the way. Where's food? Where's food? He'll push the hens out of the way. Get out of my way. He's young. He's only 6 months old. He's hilarious.
At one point, Frank wanted chickens.
They're crazy.
Lisa says my internet just upgraded back in March to fiber optic cable. It's nice living with two gamers. Yeah, I got AT&T.
Yeah, I do on my phone. Our internet, we're at the end of like all the way at the end of their service. So it's like it's ridiculous.
And Laura Lee says I miss the sound of raising chickens. Also the fresh eggs.
I miss being able to eat eggs. I'm allergic to them now.
Aw.
Love eggs.
But I'm not really a fan of eggs. I'll only use them like, to bond.
Mm.
Miguel says that his hens talk a lot. And of course Abner, his rooster, does too.
This one, our rooster, he's so young he hasn't started crowing yet.
Yeah, I wanted to laugh whenever Miguel sent his pictures of his chickens to me. He was like
Uh-huh.
Abner and the ladies.
Yeah. our our newest rooster, his dad was Vader. Friend of ours that we got it from, his dad was Vader. So my husband said, "Okay, so your name is Luke Skywalker." Okie dokie.
And Vagina, hopefully I got it right. I'm struggling with your name. She says, Spring is a wonderful tatting teacher. I'm left handed and learn instantly. Thanks. I sent my ornament to Bago Day. Yeah,
Awesome.
she's been getting some ornaments. And
Yes.
Crystal, the Orny chicken, sent her some ornaments. And Crystal was so excited. That Bago Day was all like, check Crystal out. And
I sent her five. No, there's seven of them. So seven tatted ornaments.
I want to send her some ornaments, and really, I would like to send a few others that I'm really close with.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope I get around. It's like you're trying to get certain things done, and it's like, and I don't know. But then too, I spent like 1 or 2 weeks making a few ornaments, maybe.
Right?
but but yeah. But I think it's awesome. Like and then like the video Bago Day did showing her at the post office.
I know.
And it's just like, wow, that much mail.
Uh-huh.
Because I know, like I was happy that just one person sent me an
Right? Exactly.
because like whenever I mentioned it, I'm like I didn't know if I would get any or not. So it was like whenever I found out, like whenever I had gotten one, and I've had a couple of other people that have like mentioned something where I know I'm probably going to get a couple of more. I'm like, oh wow, I was all excited.
That's awesome.
Man, I mean, I kind of don't think I'll have enough this year to like cover my tree,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll just like over the years,
Right.
and one of these days he'll fill it. But yeah, I was like, but I love that ornament that Tina sent me. That was so cute, the little
Yeah,
snowman.
that's awesome.
And let's see. And Mama G says that you're amazing and so multi-talented, Spring.
Thank you, Mama G. You're a sweetheart.
And we have Marcel here. How are you today? And what are you currently working on? And Inherited thinks chicken is cheap at Costco. See, we don't have a Costco. Like we have to go to Lafayette for Costco. And then when you start factoring in gas, it's like it's really not
Right,
worth it.
right.
Not unless like you're already there or you know you go there on a regular basis type thing. But yeah, my town needs so much.
We go to Virginia to go to Walmart, and we have Kroger and Grants.
And it's kind of one thing that I kind of have a hard time with because I'm initially from a larger city. Because
Mm,
I'm initially from Homa,
mm,
and like we had more. Granted, now
right.
grocery stores we kind of still lack someone, but it's still better than my town here. So it's kind of like I went from a town that had a lot of different stores to like a town with hardly anything.
We moved away from it all. As far as it would build up around us, and we'd move, move the farm. Time to get back to the country again. They built up around us.
But the one nice thing is like it's not as hectic. You don't have as much traffic here, and but now there's some aspect. Now crime, I it's like I don't on some level it's probably about the same. I don't, but I do know like my area does kind of have stuff going on that you wouldn't think for being a
Hmm.
small town because we got the ones that will ride their bicycles and stuff in the middle of the night and look for people to steal from.
That's so aggravating.
And then to make things worse, there was a bad incident where someone lost their life, oh,
Mm,
over someone trying to steal from them. And then that kind of made people like really paranoid.
right.
Where now, like,
Yeah.
people got so suspicious of everybody.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I'll see it sometimes where, you look out the window at night and you'll see a bike going down the street. And it's kind of like, more than likely, they're up to no good,
Right.
especially, in the middle of the night.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, you get a few people that could be like going back and forth to work, you know,
Uh-huh.
that could be a possibility, but most of the time,
Not the case. Yeah. I'm looking for that pattern for this. Now that my computer finally decided to work.
Laura Lee says we only have one store in town, so we pay what they charge or drive 1.5 hours to the larger city. No, we're not that bad.
Yep.
But like the main place you tend to shop here is Walmart.
Yeah. Our Walmart's 30 roughly 30 minutes. On a good day, it's 30 minutes out.
Crystal said, with all my lives, my playlist, she has over 300. Yeah, I need to see how many I actually do have. I don't remember off. I know I definitely have over 200. And Lisa says after you reset your history, then the watch time counts again. I heard. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I'm not specifically sure because with YouTube, you never know.
Yeah,
You see some crazy
there
stuff
it
with
is.
YouTube.
All right. Let me open that up.
So you found it, Spring?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the live and open up the chat and hopefully drop the link in the chat to uh, to the pattern on Annie's.
You know, I want to go chill with Miguel with his animals. I think that would be fun. Let's see, Fish Adventures is here. And what's your first name, Fish Adventures? And what are you currently working on? And how are you doing today? Okay, you ready?
Okay, that link should be there, and I just clicked on it and it worked, went straight to the pattern.
Okay. Where was I? I lost my place. Okay, there I am. Inherited says she don't care for an instant pot, but her husband loves it. I love mine. And one thing I like is because you can like saute your vegetables and brown your meat before cooking it, which I love
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
But I was scared of mine at first.
I've canned, I vegetables and meat and stuff like that. I've canned, so it's just a pressure cooker with extra buttons and stuff, so it didn't bother me.
Well, like initially, I didn't use mine that much because I was scared of it.
Hmm.
Because I mean, you would hear all the horror stories, and
Yeah.
but I don't know what really happened, what went wrong with those people. Um, but I know like some of the common things is not putting enough water or overfilling your pot.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it took me a while, and then I finally started like really playing with it.
You can make popcorn in them. Did you know
Ooh,
that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually a lot healthier too because you're using less oils and stuff like that.
Well, normally whenever I do popcorn, I get like the plain popcorn seeds,
Hmm.
and then I
Yep.
would just cook it in the microwave.
Right.
Yeah, Angela had found it for you. That was episode 14 1 month ago.
Oh, my, I guess where I had it on my channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here it says, my husband makes rice and stuff in the Instapot. Now, rice I find is trickier in the Instapot.
Really?
Yes, because I found I had to use less water than what they recommended
Yeah, always it's sticky.
because it would be soupy. But I finally, like, got to where I figured out the conversion, which I probably forgot because I haven't done anything rice based in quite a while in it. But but yeah, it does. I did find out was something tricky.
I have two. One is primarily for rice and yogurt, and the other one is for whatever.
Some people have a bunch of Instapots. Like that's all they
Hmm.
cook with. And Inherited says, I love it when my husband makes haluski. I'm probably mispronouncing it. It's cabbage, egg, noodles, bacon, butter, etc. Interesting. And she says it's
Hmm.
so good. And Vagina. It's like I'm getting there. But it's like I gotta think, okay, how does it go? She says
Uh-huh.
putting on top of oh, I'm trying to think what you call that stuff. Quinoa. Am I saying it right? Quinoa. I think that's how you say it. But that's an interesting choice, though.
I think you're talking about something similar to couscous.
Yeah, it is kind of similar. I
Okay.
know what it is. I just don't know if I'm quite saying it right. And let's see, more grits here, but she's lurking. So if you can, let us know how you're doing and what you're working on. And Crystal says chickens are fun to watch, especially when they take their dirt bath.
Or they scare the tar out of you because you think they're not with us anymore, but they're just sleeping.
Yeah, Lisa also found your pattern. Open Shell's Poncho designed by Lori Baker.
Good.
Hopefully I'm not too far behind on the chat. Not too bad. Crystal says that your tag is very nice. She don't know how to do it, but her grandmother knows how to.
Awesome.
Hey, Mama, are you out there? And where's Mom? And let's see. And Caitlin's here. Oh, I haven't heard from you in a while, Caitlin. I've missed you. She's she's here lurking, cleaning up her bedroom. So, what are you currently working on? Inherited says my kickboxing instructor taught her that no stranger has the right to speak with me after dark. Period.
Right? There you go.
She says because I don't drive, I'll used to take the train bus.
Hmm.
But like you see, like in my area, you don't have like public transportation.
Right. Yeah, that's people are like, oh, we get DoorDash and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, not here.
We actually have it, and the funny thing is, like at first, like the way that we really kind of like realized it was when Frank had his last surgery on his first leg. He went to
Hmm.
his uncle's house, and his uncle ordered from Waiter. And then like he comes home and he's all like saying, let's see if we have it. And I'm like, you really think we have it? I'm like, we don't. So I looked and it's like we actually did. I was shocked.
That's crazy. They
But
would they would be having a hard time trying to find us, first of all. Second of all, we would never even know they were there.
but the thing is that I think a lot of people don't realize that we have it. You know,
And they
but
charge a fortune too.
some stuff, yeah. And they usually like some of their menu prices are higher than what it costs at the restaurant. But I mean, but like Frank started off. He did DoorDash deliveries, but
Hmm.
DoorDash hardly had the deliveries. So then he switched to Waiter. But I
Hmm.
mean, you should see like some of the prices people pay, like with the tips and stuff. It's like whenever he gets like it's like a lot of the deliveries average $5. But then like,
Hmm.
but we have seen some now like $10, $12, and it's like, yes. But but yeah.
It's like to me, that DoorDash and stuff like that is like the old newspaper routes. It's like the new newspaper route, except it's food.
And then what was funny was like there was one time I think this lady left him like an $8 tip on the delivery. And
Wow.
then like when he delivered the food, she's like, "You did get my tip, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got it." And then she gave him like I think like $12 more.
Oh my
It was like,
goodness.
what?
Oh my goodness. Mm.
But the bad thing is like some of the deliveries are like kind of out of town or for which those
Yeah.
don't really pay. But
No.
sometimes like they'll come back to you where they offer you more to take them.
Hmm.
But But yeah, like whenever it's like Mamu or Basil, Frank's like, no. Because it's like, the drop, you have you can deny the deliveries. You don't have to take them.
Really?
So that's
Hmm.
one cool thing. And
Yeah.
and the thing is that like with Waiter over at DoorDash, Waiter, you can see where you're going. DoorDash, you can't really. If there's a way, we haven't figured it out.
Hmm.
And that was one thing too that he got frustrated with DoorDash because most of the deliveries were further out.
Yeah.
And let's see. Crystal saying, I finally finished my three dragons. Woohoo! Late last night. It
Yay.
took me slightly over 3 weeks to make them. I love that blue and
Yay.
yellow one. That one's pretty. That's my favorite. Inheritance says so any mis- miscreant on private property, especially after dark, needs to be regarded with intense suspicion until proven otherwise. Yeah, I do find at nighttime it's more suspicious what people are up to.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the daytime, someone walking down the road or riding their bike, normally they're just doing their thing, unless they're doing something suspicious.
Right. Right.
Yeah, because in my town, for a while that would get your picture posted on Facebook of a cop
Mm-hmm.
called on you just riding your bike.
Yep. They've done that here. I've seen in different areas, of where I'm at. People have posted, I've seen this van creeping around, and somebody said, it might be DoorDash looking for an address.
And sometimes that's what it is. And
Mm-hmm.
I know, like one time I saw someone posting about, oh, what's that delivery service? D, D, I can't think of it. It's kind of like FedEx and UPS.
Oh, DHL.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
Mm-hmm.
like someone was posting about the DHL truck, and they were like, "What is this?" And
Mm-hmm.
what are they doing? And I responded, I'm like, that's a delivery service. That's kind of like
Yeah.
FedEx.
Right.
And it's just like, how do you know? And it's like, I'm like, because sometimes when I order some stuff off of eBay, they start off with that delivery service, and then they
Yeah.
usually transfer it to the post office.
Mm-hmm.
I never had the DHL truck actually come to my house, but
Yeah.
I knew about it. And I'm over there thinking, you could have Googled that and found out for yourself what it was.
Right. Takes all kinds.
And Inheritance says, I do not open the door to persons unknown, not without legit ID, like the electrical company guy wanting to look at the meter, a cop asking if we have seen that criminal lady across the street, etc. Yeah, and like in my area, there have been times where we get like these odd people that will knock on your door in the middle of the night,
Mm.
and it I don't like it. I always tell
No,
Frank, don't open that door. Do
that don't happen. Mm-mm.
not open the door. And here it says we used to get a lot of bailiff type people showing up here looking for my husband's ex. I don't answer the door for them anymore. I just holler down from the window. She doesn't live here.
Right?
And I find the crock pot less stressful. So the one thing I wish about crock pots would be like that I could like brown the meat and saute.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't get hot enough.
because then you gotta like if you want to do that, you gotta like dirty pots and pans and then transfer it.
Right.
Okay, have a good day, Nisi.
Bye, Niecy.
Yeah, we probably need to wrap up after I get caught up on the comments. Let's see. And here it says, I intentionally mispronounced quinoa. A very long time ago, I was in a Costco looking at that stuff, having a private conversation with my boyfriend at the time when this arrogant woman butted in.
Oh,
I said, actually, it's pronounced quinoa.
yeah, quinoa. Okay. Yep, like couscous.
Laura Lee says, I have the old fashioned pressure cooker pot. It's about the size of a regular pot with a handle. I have to
Yep.
watch it and count how many times the rocker rocks in a minute.
Mm-hmm. I
And,
had one of them for years.
and Crystal says, Mama is in town and Mom is in the trailer. Well, tell them I said hello. And tell the cats too. And the chickens. And let's see. Okay, so I can just call you Gina. Okay, yeah, that's a lot easier. She said her first name is a bear to remember. Yeah, because it's like,
Aw.
because a part of me, it's like I'm thinking more like Virginia,
Right, right.
and I got to kind of think, okay, it's not quite Virginia, it's not
Mm-hmm.
quite but yeah, Gina makes it easier,
Right?
and you have the same name as Gina with Knitting Turnpike.
Mm-hmm.
And Kay says, I'm currently working on a duster cardigan for a coworker. Ooh, nice.
Nice.
And Inherited says DoorDash's stuff is so spendy. We don't use it. We do get Walmart order delivered. We leave a hefty tip though. I don't know if our Walmart has actually started the delivery yet. We usually do
Th-
pickup. But
They
oh,
they
go
do
ahead.
here, but it's not to our area. It's just in town.
I know Super One you can get it delivered. I can't think of the name of the site, but with them you can. And like we did it one time and I think it cost $10 for the delivery. But I think
Hmm.
like the further out you are, and we're
Yeah.
not full, we're like a, maybe a mile away. So like we're not far at all from them. Lisa said one of her sons delivers DoorDash. Inherited loves to have Chinese food delivered. Laura Lee says Crochet Canada and her husband George do the DoorDash. Inherited says I have a hankering for beef and snap pea and like fried white rice, chow mein, spring rolls, etc.
Yum.
Lisa saying, or something like it. He lives in North Carolina. Yeah, there's like DoorDash, Waiter, I think like Uber, like Grubhub, Uber Eats.
Grubhub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mom. She's sorry to hear about Sophie being missing. Yeah, my
Oh.
baby needs to come back. I miss her. Frank just came back. And here it just says, or somebody delivering Safeway Walmart orders.
Mm.
And let's see. Okay, Laura Lee has to go. Have a good day, Laura Lee.
Bye, Laura Lee.
When Inherited says she wants her husband to use a barbecue outside to sear the giant chuck roast next time. Awesome. And let's see. Inherited loves Walmart delivery. And she has like a membership with Walmart.
Mm.
Vicky says I don't want someone else picking out her groceries. Yeah, there's times that they don't always do the best job.
Yes. I have a like I'll get the bag salad, the pre-mixed salad, and I usually pick the furthest date out, obviously. And when I get it from the pickup, it's always like going out the next day. And I usually get like 4 of them at a time. And no, I can't have them all going out of date in the next day.
Yeah, you got to be careful, like with the produce with.
Yes.
And let's see. Tammy says we live too far out in the country to get DoorDash. They won't come way out here. I was
Same.
shocked I'm shocked they deliver here. Okay, so I'm all caught up. So,
Yay.
is there anything you'd like to say before we say our goodbyes, Spring?
Well, thank you for having me up. I enjoyed coming up and hanging out with you and everybody in the chat. Yay! And if y'all don't know, you need to go and check out her patterns. They're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
There's more to come. I'm telling you, there's more to come.
I
I get to
now
see them.
I now have three more. Well, that one and plus three more that I'm still waiting to release
But
the
thank you guys.
pattern.
Thank you all that jumped over that are new on my channel. And I'm so excited that you're there. And I can't wait to see you.
Hi, Iris. How are you doing today? Yeah, we're wrapping things up now, but I'm glad you joined in. Um, but yeah, thank you for coming live with me, Spring. Oh, my memory went blank for a second.
Yeah, me.
and and a few things I want to say before I say goodbye. On November 15th, I'm doing my finished projects video. So make sure y'all get y'all pictures in of y'all completed projects to be included in that video. And I think that's it on that. And I'm gonna try to work on my tutorial again tomorrow. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully I don't have problems with going out of the camera range this time.
I understand.
And I want to thank all of y'all for watching today and those that are watching on replay. I love all you guys and I hope y'all have a fabulous uni day. Be the light and bye.
Bye, guys.